We're here for two reasons. One reason is to, of course, join the memorial service tomorrow on the first anniversary. Our daughter Cameron, who lost her husband Alex, and her sister-in-law in the attacks at the airport. So we're here for that, but also here to visit with the Parliamentary Commission investigating the attacks. We were invited to meet with them this afternoon to share our story. Thursday evening, we're at Astrid Hospital with the other families who were searching for victims, and we're told that all the victims still alive have been identified. So that if your loved one is not on this list, and you can presume the worst. That was Thursday night, and then Friday night, we were told that their identities had been confirmed. Sort of happy that the first year has passed. I'm not sure the first year is the toughest. It's been tough for Cameron, but hoping that maybe there's a certain amount of, not closure, but maybe the ceremony tomorrow, sort of allows the next phase to begin to occur. In America, after 9/11, the victims of that attack were treated in America. We lost 3,000 people in that attack, and in large part it was as a result of the failures of intelligence and security and safety by our government. And recognizing that and admitting that, very quickly our Congress, in a bipartisan way, formed a fund, a methodology to take care of all the victims from 60 countries in a way that was immediate and generous, and an expression of the nation's sort of uniform support and sorrow. The only other time in modern history when there's been a screw-up as bad as there was in Belgium on the 22nd of March with intelligence and security and safety provided by the nation was in 9/11 in America. And after 9/11, our policymakers said, we really screwed up. And so we have to make sure these victims don't have to fight a 9-year legal battle with insurance companies and airlines and airports to try to get justice and a recovery. To make victims here try to work through a very arcane, very difficult to understand insurance scheme to make them qualify for local support only if they're Belgian citizens or residents, that is really unfair and doesn't in any way show the nation's, I think, acknowledgement of how significant the loss was here and how significant the failure was in the security, safety, and intelligence sector. And that's really our message, that the government has to have a role to step in and supplement, expand on, support whatever insurance might be available. And the point is to try to create some mechanism and infrastructure that allows victims like Karen Northshield and Sebastian Ballin and Elizabeth Lavalette, Dee Lavalette, not to have to go through a 9-10 year struggle against insurance companies and against governments to try to move on with their lives. That's the purpose of it. And to create an architecture that incentivizes governments, frankly, to take this situation seriously so that we don't have again the kind of failures of intelligence and security we had not only in Belgium in preceding March of last year, but in the U.S. preceding 9/11. We have to not only communicate better within nations, but among nations. And the U.S., I can assure you, is anxious with our allies, like our European friends, to share whatever intelligence we have on Islamic extremism, whether it's ISIS or otherwise.